talk about some books that I'm absolutely shocked have not seen any movement on my site, not even trade offers, as I have some of these listed available for trade, and talk a little bit about books that are difficult to sell. But before we do, let's talk about something that is selling great, the Bryce Comics Trading Pack. Secure your packs today. We're well past halfway sold out. We still are on track to sell out pre-sale. So secure your packs today at brycecomics.com, and all the details are over there. Also, we always have a monthly giveaway here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe, comment, and like, you're entered to win 2 free slabs this month. And if you head over to brycecomics.com, it's where you'll find a ton of new inventory has been coming through lately. Use code COLLECT10 for 10% off, and I have some really exciting collections in the works as well, so you don't want to miss out on those. So first, I want to talk about books that I expect to be difficult to sell. Having done this for 4 or 5 years now, full time, when I look at a collection that comes through and somebody's offering a collection for sale, I can pretty easily tell which ones are going to move right away and which ones are going to take a little bit longer. And then sometimes, like with these, I'm really surprised at how long they're taking to sell. And so, I'm still learning. There's still a lot to learn about this hobby and being a dealer, and it's so exciting. I'm just so fortunate and blessed and grateful to be able to do this for a living, and it's exciting to still have stuff to learn as well. So some books, some series and stuff that I just want to say that are consistently difficult to sell is like non-key issue Golden Age books, even if they're on really popular characters like Superman, Detective Comics, Batman. Adventure Comics is one of the hardest Silver Age non-key issue books to sell. Run filler, even if it's Golden Age. And I think the reason for it is pretty obvious. Some of these Golden Age books, like these early Detective Comics or even like sub 100 Supermans, they like, the thing is if you get Superman 60, which in super high grade or something, and it's worth thousands of dollars. I mean, we're not saying that it doesn't have value. It's just you get to a point where collectors overall would rather target things that, imagine what other keys you can purchase for thousands of dollars rather than putting it in some really expensive Golden Age book. So it just gets the audience for it gets smaller and smaller and smaller when you're selling comics, when the niche gets smaller. And, not everybody's a Superman collector. Not everybody's a Golden Age collector. Not everyone's a Golden Age completionist. And so you're left with very few people who will actually be willing and able to shell out thousands of dollars. So stuff like that is logical and makes sense. But the books that I'm talking about that I haven't even gotten any offers on, that I'm really surprised, are these X-Men books. So we got X-Men 98 in a 9.8. And this is where Wolverine unmasks for the first time and reveals that his claws are a part of his body. I mean, it's a minor key for Wolverine. It's not a major key. It's a 9.8 with white pages. I have it listed for $5,000 or for trade. When I unboxed these for the first time, I was like, wow, these 9.8 whites hit a little different with the crispy, sharp edges and white pages. So I have this listed for $5,000 or for trade for $6,000, which is plus 20%. And if we come over to GPA and look at X-Men 98, the last sale was $6,000 in November of 2024. And I have it listed for $5,000. So it had a peak in 2024 of $10,000 for this book, also a low sale of $3,200. So what you get with a book like this as well is the same type of thing as when you're looking at $5,000 for an X-Men key. It's niched down to 9.8 completionists. I think that the only reason you would buy this book for $5,000 is if you're completing a run of sub 100 X-Men in 9.8 with white pages. And that's when you get high sales like the $6,000. So it's not that it's not worth $5,000. It's just that, is that collector looking at this, knowing that it's for sale on my website at the right time when he has the $5,000. So this is also kind of falls into the same category, but it's way less niche than that Golden Age stuff because it's X-Men sub 100, minor key for Wolverine, one of the most popular X-Men characters of all time. So that one was a little bit surprising that it's sticking around. And make me an offer, if you want to do that, if you're interested in this for an offer, like One of the things, it might be a character flaw or something, but I love to keep things moving. You know, I'm not interested in having things overpriced and sitting around. Like, this is how I support my family and how I make money. I didn't buy, and I paid really good money for this, but I didn't buy it because, you know, personally, I would, you know, prioritize things over X-Men 98. So I am willing to negotiate on that if anyone's interested in that. The next one here is X-Men 96 in a 9.8. The first appearance of Moira McTaggart, an Omega level mutant who retains her memory after death and reincarnation. It's the debut of Wolverine's Berserker Rage, Berserker Barrage. First appearance of Stephen Lang, one of the Sentinel pioneers. First appearance of Kirak, a demon created by Chthon. So it's also a minor key, 9.8, white pages, super crispy. It kind of falls in the same category. So let's go look at GPA for X-Men 96 and a 9.8. Last sale was $26.95, 90-day average 27, 12-month average. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot of movement on the value of this book because, just like I said, it's like it's a completionist 9.8 white. If you have to have this in a 9.8 white, it's probably because you're a sub 100 completionist, unless you're a huge fan of Moira McTaggart. So yeah, shoot me an offer on this if you're interested in this, or put together a trade. If you're an X-Men fan and you have a surplus of books, you know, it wouldn't hurt to take the opportunities to consolidate your books whenever you get the chance. I know a lot of collectors that have probably too many slabs, you know, and this is an opportunity to get something of value. Yes, it's niche. You do need to consider that. But if you're an X-Men fan, you know, it might be, when it does come time to sell your books, if you have something like this in your collection, you might be better off doing a trade when you can get one, because there's not a lot of dealers like me who will accept pretty much anything on a trade. The next book on here, here's another one, X-Men 95 and a 9.8, the same story on that one. This one I wanted to talk about and bring to your guys' attention. So Avengers number 8. And if we come over to GP analysis and look at 9.0, the last sale was $1,800. And I think something fell off of GPA, because I would not have priced this at $2,500 if the last sale was 18. That's just not how I run my business. So if you guys see something like this on my website, shoot me a little email. I think there's a way to comment on the website and just be like, hey, I think you might have this overpriced, and I'll fix it. So I'm going to fix this to $1,800. So there we go. Fix it to $1,800 or $2,300 in trade. You know, I don't even have to go look at what I paid for this book. I think what happened here, though, is that there was a higher sale on GPA that fell off. I probably paid at least 18 or more, or maybe I got it as part of a trade, but it doesn't even matter what I paid for the book. All that matters, because I'm looking to sell it, is what it's currently worth. So I don't even need to go back and look at, what I paid for it or anything like that. So I was just curious, like, what's the future for Kang for Avengers 8? Like, is everything going to go to zero? Are we just going to keep having the price of high grade Avengers 8? And I came over here and looked at the 9.2, and no, the last sale in January of 2025 was super strong sale for $4,080. So that's encouraging. So just some musings here today about this awesome hobby that we have. Thank you so much for coming along this collecting journey with me. It's just, like I said, an absolute joy. I'm so privileged to do this for a career, and I'm super grateful to all you guys. Thank you so much for all the support, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.